What's good, y'all? Hope everybody's living well and staying blessed. It's your boy, Marcus B. As always, I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Evan Simmons and new guy, Chris. This is episode 116 of Hollow Me with yours truly. Today, me and the boys got together, sat down, talked about traveling a whole lot. Me and Evan, big fans. We love going places, love doing things. Scratch that. Evan likes doing things. I like eating food. And Chris hasn't been anywhere. So we try to talk him into doing things, and he's still very reluctant to go anywhere. So maybe one day, Chris. Just like one day you'll take vitamins. And one day I'll go to therapy.
Took a vitamin this morning.
A lone vitamin.
Yes.
I hate you. Anyways, so we talk about traveling, things that we really enjoy doing. Talk about the Super Bowl, and as always, what we're watching. So if you like what we're doing out here, make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe. And if you need any workout equipment, workouts, gear, vitamins, supplements, anything like that, go to Redcon1. Use promo code T20MarcusB under the tier operator. You'll get an extra 20% off your entire order, and it will help out the podcast. And we would greatly appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. Peace. What's up, boys?
What up?
You gonna fix your mic or what are you doing?
Oh.
We just started the podcast and you're
Howdy, everybody.
I think after 100 plus episodes, this guy would know.
I don't understand the concept of a microphone.
Well, the microphone as well as the telephone. Every single time for like the past month, the first thing you do, huh?
I get text. I can see it right there.
I get text as
See
well.
it. I can see that I have the text right now.
That still bothers me. Even when I had a MacBook, I never did
The fact that everything is in the same cloud.
It's a bad look.
It's kind of weird when you open up a text on your phone.
I don't like
and it goes on the screen. Or when someone calls you and all three devices ring at the same time.
Everyth's freaking out.
That's always a weird moment in my life. I'm like, oh, this is
too much.
Too much. Yeah.
Maybe I just sell my desktop. Nah, I tried that.
I don't sell that. No.
I can sell it. I like it.
A desktop is something I would upgrade, if anything. I feel like a desktop you keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the entire, what the hell is it called? The 1200? The government? The Biden bucks?
Stimulus check?
Thank you.
Okay. Biden bucks.
Yeah, bro, Biden bucks, man.
BB.
Yeah, the entire check went to that computer, so.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's probably better off. That's why I got to get the Microsoft somewhat laptop thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just like Apple stuff right now.
I like Apple
just...
stuff. Yeah. Anyways, what's new, boys? It's been a little bit.
I don't really know.
Is teaching kicking your ass?
I don't know.
That's how I feel.
I mentioned, I sent a Snapchat on Friday and was like, yeah, I had an okay week. It wasn't bad. Everything's just been fine. I did have an existential crisis about everything being fine, but
sounds about right.
I was like, oh, is this what I'm gonna do for the next the number for me right now is that, so through TRS, I get to get my stipend. I get to get my pension from TRS when I'm 56. That's 30 years from next year. 30
from next year.
From next year, because it's all based around I get a house next summer.
Yeah,
and then I have 30 years to pay off that house, and I'll also retire, all at the same time. It's a very weird moment where I'm just gosh, that is so. And
it's exhausting that you've thought about that.
And I have a certain amount of money I have to make for retirement.
Bro, I'm barely 2 years ahead of me. Right now.
$1.5 million is how much I need to make in order to be fine for 40 years of retirement. That's the concept.
So what about inflation, though?
Yes, with inflation. Yeah, with inflation, it's I keep my because you only need about like 80% of your salary when you retire, and that's like if you like own a house and stuff like that. Which by then, like, or if you don't own a house, to like still pay a mortgage, but like I plan on owning my house by then,
Yeah.
so I'll like.
Got a lot of faith that you're gonna have TRS by the time you retire.
Oh, it's all based on the next 30 years being exactly the way we are. We just don't go into World War III. Like it's just based on that. We've had so many.
Think about that.
We've had so many World War III threats. I don't even care at this point.
I feel like this one's pretty close.
It's funny because Putin's like, yeah, we're not setting up for anything. We're just like preparing if anything does happen, but we're not initiating everything. And America's like, yeah, you're lying.
I feel like you're lying to me because you're completely surrounded the Ukraine.
You're doing a full Hitler right now.
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
not a
you're
good
doing
look.
full Hitler in Poland right now. You're just like looking at it. Like, I'm gonna take it. Like yeah.
Real tough look right now.
Yeah, so it's all based around like our whole like. Granted, all of it could like disappear in the next like year, but like, but I had sort of an existential crisis about like how the fact that should everything remain the same 30 years, I have to do everything in 30 years, and I'm like right now everything's. Am I gonna be doing okay for 30 years?
That's exhausting.
Gosh, that sounds awful. Because I get like with my exact paycheck right now, I could be like fine, like nah, it's weird, right?
Hard pass. Dude.
That's weird, yeah.
Hard
So,
pass.
that was my, but I've also been working out, so it's a weird, like, I guess the existential crisis stemmed the workout.
That makes sense, yeah.
I'm just like, Oh, also I got like a virus and I was like feeling sick and I went to the doctor. He was like, "Yeah, you're doing fine. You just had a virus. Just keep doing fine." I was like, "I'm not doing fine." So started working out again and then feeling better. Feeling strong. Did a good squat and core workout this morning with a run afterward. Feeling alive.
Still trying to figure out my workout stuff.
I have no idea what the how to like schedule
The
like,
math it keeps
workouts
bringing me
and-
back to the 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
Sounds too early.
It is. But I'm too busy after school, and things keep popping up, and I'm angry about everything.
Yeah, I haven't been able to go because of school. So actually, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna try to start going before work.
I
At
think
6.
the last time I was like calm-ish
Yeah.
was when I was working out in the morning. The first year we were teaching here.
That might be because I've been working out in the morning too. Because
Yeah.
what happened was on Tuesday, I accidentally woke up at like 6:20, and was like, "Well, I'm already up."
I wish I could be able
Go to the gym.
6:20 and
Yeah, that's also the fact that I get to school at 7:50.
Jesus.
Makes life 7:45 technically. But yeah, the fact that I get to school that time.
It blows my mind that there's high school people that get to school at 9. Like, excuse me? What?
Oh yeah, I don't understand.
Oh, because they get first period off.
No, that's just when
No.
school starts.
Yeah, school starts at 9 for them. They go to
For high
like
school?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go from like 9 to 4.
I thought they moved it to earlier and then.
Yeah, no, I'm saying other directors.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, does that like? Do they have like shorter passing periods?
I have no idea how that math works.
Because I think also with if you have like a block schedule too,
I think it's those
you
schools.
lose some of the passing period
Yeah.
time. Because that's like a solid like 30 minutes out of the day. You don't have to be at school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that math kind of works out, but I don't know.
Dude, if I could wake up at 6, then go work out, and then start my day. Oh, that'd be
It's been good. That's why I had a good week because I was able to like
magical.
work out in the morning and like say, all right, cool, we chilled out, able to like go through the day.
Yeah.
Just mediocre, getting ready for our first little pre-contest on Friday.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just like
pre-IL on Friday.
I'm just like everything's going. I considered changing a piece like Tuesday. I really well because I picked a harder March.
Up or down?
Down.
Okay.
Because we read it March earlier. It was in December.
Yeah.
And they like read it like in like a day or two.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I asked them, I was like, "Hey, is this too easy for us?" They were like, "Yeah." But the March we're reading now is like, it's going okay, but it's not like every note's like, oh, giving me life. So I'm like, I wanted to like give me life. I want it to be awesome.
I feel you.
Not me, but audience. But like I want it to be like awesome. But right now it's like not.
It's not awesome.
It's not bad. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, it's just okay. Maybe okay is gonna be fine for
Friday should be
for Friday or even for contest. I mean, it's a non-varsity group.
I'm still trying to get that dub. I'm gonna go put her in the kennel.
Oh, she's
shutting me out.
For those who don't know, Marcus got a dog.
Got a dog.
What are we talking about? Yeah, so Friday will be what it is, and we'll see how
it goes.
See how it goes.
This week's gonna be a mess, as it is.
Well, yeah, we got tryouts and stuff all week, and I'm trying to. I had this idea, is that usually my house at the end of this kind of a week always looks like trash.
Yeah.
So I decided, like this afternoon, I'm going to set it up. Like I'm gonna like have my clothes for each day. Like have my suit ready for Friday, and then as the day goes on, put this in the bin. Like we're just gonna like have my meals like ready to go. Like I went to the grocery store this morning. Like I'm like, nope, we're not gonna act like an animal.
Not gonna be trash.
I'm not gonna go buy 3 breakfast tacos in the middle of the day. I bought 2 salads.
Good boy.
I'm gonna like we're not gonna.
You're tying it up.
Yeah, because I'm used to just like performance weeks or big things like this. I'm like, the week always feels like I'm just like, I need to get to tomorrow. Let me go to sleep, and I'll like take off my clothes and in the middle of the living room, and then go to sleep.
I'm glad I'm not. Just like my default setting isn't like that. Like
my default setting isn't that, but when I'm in desperation mode.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like even in desperation mode, like I still keep pretty tight, man.
Still
like
gonna like.
I know how many dishes are in my sink right now, and that bothers me that they're not clean.
See, I know how much are in there, but it never bothers me.
That bothers me.
Like I know there's 2 that I just have to scrub. I just have to spend 5 minutes and scrub them, but
yeah, there's like the OCD is crazy. Like there's 3 spots. I don't know where they came from because again, I'm clean. Like so, like there's 3 spots like on the hardwood before the kitchen.
yeah,
little drops. Don't know where they came from, but I gotta clean it.
and you have it.
I haven't. Yeah. But that's the one good thing about like my mental capacity is that like I know once I start cleaning, everything's gonna get clean. But I can't start cleaning and stop.
How often do you clean?
Probably about once a week. Yeah.
Better than me.
So I do. Or at least I try to.
I wash dishes every use. Like the dishes don't sit on my sink. That bothers me.
Well, I'll let them sit.
Oh.
Especially because I only use so many dishes. Like.
Yep. I use the same fork for the entire day. I wash it every time.
That's weird. Like
I know.
Is it so? I'm assuming my 5 oatmeal bowls that I for breakfast, they just sit in the dishwasher. They just sit in the sink ready to go.
Yeah, I don't do that. Like I made cheese dip the past weekend, and like anytime I get more cheese dip, I get the same bowl I used, wash it, and put more cheese dip in it for the next day or whatever.
What is cheese dip?
Yeah.
Queso, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, but you did say queso, so I didn't know.
Because I recently had corn dip for the first time and was like, are white people just making dips now? Or just inventing new things to dip new things into.
Dude, you've been hanging out with a lot of white people lately.
Yeah.
Like a lot of older white people too.
Yeah.
What's that been like?
Back in my day.
No offense to any of them.
No, we all love them. They're great human beings. But it's a vastly like those are that's the people you're hanging out with are the different type of white people than I think you and I grew up around.
Well, yes, but I think the people that I grew up around were the non-drinking kind, and now they're like these people are like drinking, they're relaxed and they're just hanging out and stuff. But it's like older people, they're I don't know, man. I guess when you get older, I feel like you get like, I don't want to say needier, but you get a little bit more particular about like what's the like.
I mean, you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like.
Yeah, like we went to Team EA and they were like, I don't want to go to the loud bar and bump into a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, logistically, like
It's a pain in the ass, but
like it makes sense to not go do that, but I'm gonna go have a little more fun.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have a little more fun at the like if I go to Pat's or something like that. Like it's a little more fun, but it's I don't know. It's different, and I guess it's becoming more like understanding what like suburban like parent life is like.
yeah.
Like one of the people that one of like the older white people's kid like him and his wife, like, they brought their baby to this one thing, and the older guy Lennon asked me, he was like, so was this gonna happen for you? I was like, whoa, hold on. Hold on. He's only like 3 or 4 years older than me. He was like, what? I was like, wait a minute, hold on. No.
Not down.
I mean, like in timeline, like okay, but like don't ask me that right now. Like that's such an odd concept to me of like the house and like kids. It's like I'm like no, I want to if I want to randomly go to Dallas this weekend, I want to be able to go. I don't want to be like, oh, I gotta watch my kids this weekend. I'm not ready for that. Yeah. So, but yeah, all that, and they talk a lot about how that was kind of a part of the crisis was they like did all this stuff, and like I'm like, oh yeah, in the next 30 years,
yeah,
I'm supposed to do all that stuff. They're like, oh yeah, I went to this place and I went to this place and we went to Italy for these couple of days. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that in the next like you don't do all that stuff in your 20s. You can do it.
Well, I'm running out of my 20s.
Yeah. You're 28 now.
Yeah, I'm about to be 29.
I want to try and do it in my 20s.
Yeah, you gotta visit more places, Chris.
I'm waiting on Mia to get done with school.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I hate how you have a generally like okay reasoning for most of your stuff, but it still just kind of bothers me. Like, it makes sense, but I don't like that it makes sense.
Kind of like go like, you ever taken like a solo trip?
No, I'll answer that for him. I know you.
I mean, other than to go to Lubbock.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Nah, I mean, like go to like New Mexico. Like I did that, and it costs money, but it's like
you have money. You're fine. Go to Houston, get lost, but don't get that lost because it's Houston. So like,
yeah, I was like, don't go to Houston.
Yeah, don't get lost in Houston.
Don't get lost. Get lost.
Go to San
Houston.
Antonio.
Go to Dallas.
No, don't go to Dallas.
Don't
go to anywhere in Texas. What place in Texas is fun to travel to?
He hasn't been anywhere.
But what do I do?
Exactly. There's nothing to do in Dallas.
Find something to do. What do you like? I go places to eat food. He goes places to
what do I
see
go?
Things. You're a see things guy.
You just picked a noun. A person, place, or thing.
Yeah, you're a museum guy.
Yeah, I'm a museum guy.
Yeah,
so,
see, shut up. I know you fairly well. I don't know that that's what you do, but I know your person.
that's what I do.
Yeah, well, so like, what do you? We've hung out for 2 years, and I still don't know what you like, dude. Like,
I don't know either.
that's what you got to find out.
Yeah, once you, because like I didn't know I liked doing museums until I went to Chicago and I went to the Museum of Art there, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh yeah, I'm into this, and like you never know until you go out there.
I tried. Not into seeing things. Like, it's cool, but nah.
You can't do like a slow like 4-hour museum walk, or should say 4
I can do it like
a 2-hour museum walk.
but by myself, no. But if I'm going with somebody, yeah. Like I mean that's the basis of the show. I appreciate people appreciating stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if we went,
Yeah.
pick your. Even if we went to some of those bum museums, like
Yeah.
a dude has just a Coca-Cola collection.
The Dr. Pepper Museum at Waco.
Sure. And you're like, dude, there's a couple restaurants up there I'm sure you want to check out, and there's a couple places you want to go check out. I'd be like, hell yeah, dude, like, I'm down.
See, my issue is always the other person. Is like the because like I'm again, yeah, like I like to see things, but I like to see things on my own timeline.
Yeah.
And I'm like I want to read the caption
For sure.
Let me read the cap.
I will definitely, like, I'm in the same boat. But I do have to be, like, somewhat into it.
Yeah, you can't just
Like
feigning interest in an Andy Warhol painting is a little.
I can get down at an art museum. I'm not super down with, like, the history museums. As much as I like history, I'm just like,
I'm trying to go. I don't think I've been to like a history museum since like
or like a museum of natural science.
Like high school.
I went to one when I was in Houston 3
Yeah.
years ago for spring break.
Science, I kind of dig that. Like,
I went to a museum up in. I got one in Lubbock when we first took me up there. We went with her parents, and
Yeah.
that was the first time I ever actually been to a museum where they had like dinosaur skeletons.
ah,
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I can see Chris being into it. He's into things.
versus
I've
place
I've never actually like gone anywhere, but I know me are like really into like nature, like going to like the parks in California or going to Colorado or things like that.
Yeah, go to Enchanted Rock.
Which we've talked about this summer.
Just go to Enchanted Rock.
Honestly,
I need you to go to Enchanted
Have you
Rock.
been to Enchanted Rock?
Where's that?
It's in Austin.
It's in Austin. Just go by yourself. Just go by yourself.
When do I just take a trip to Austin?
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm going to Lubbock.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
The next Saturday.
The next Saturday.
6 a.m. You get up.
I'm going to Illinois on spring break, so
All right.
with her family.
No, it doesn't count. You got to stop going.
Well, they invited me to go because they're going to go see her
cool.
parents.
Good for you.
Her-
I'm glad
her
you're leaving
parents.
the state of Texas.
But eventually, find like a
But
6 a.m. time.
Just go to
I
Enchanted
don't
Rock
do
by
things
yourself.
without her.
It's okay. That's the problem, Chris.
That's the key.
The only thing you do without your lady is work, and that's not okay because then
I like it.
for now, but then all your enjoyment is going to be tied to an individual, and that's an issue.
Correct.
You cannot base your entire personality on the stuff that the person that you're dating likes. Gotta be your own man, Chris.
But it's not off of what she likes. It's of what we both like.
That's what you say. But you guys are. That's the only downside of like the
This is why guys build man caves.
high school suite. Yeah, that's what it leads to.
I saw a TikTok today about man caves. It was like, I think girls secretly like made man caves so guys have their own space and things to put things, and all the girls in the comics like, oh, they found out.
That's yeah. It's like no. The house doesn't belong to you. The house belongs to the lady. They give you
A room.
a room.
Hey, Ru-
You got to keep the door closed. And that's what I'm trying to avoid for you, man. I don't want you to have a man cave.
that
I don't
concept
want
of
a
a
man
man cave.
Yeah, you say that right now, but I'm telling you,
Sounds weird to
timeline.
me.
You get 30 years down the line, like this kid over here, and then you have a bobblehead collection.
Bobblehead.
I don't know. I can see you getting into bobbleheads.
No, those creep me out.
we're gonna live in a van for like 5 years, so.
5 years ago, you saying that would have sounded insane.
Oh yeah, no.
That would have made me angry. But now I'm on board with it. I wish I could live in a van. Not really, but kind of.
I don't know. The whole nomad thing. I like going home to the same place every day, so
I like
still
the
don't
idea
believe that any of this stuff is mine. So like, I'm
I know what you. I know
I'm
what
ready
you
to cut and run.
you
whatever.
own the house.
Yeah, I don't believe that I do.
Like
still.
eventually your title will be on the deed. Like,
My name is on it. I have the paperwork downstairs. This doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I like the idea of waking up in a new place every day. From what I've heard, though, 80% of the time you're in a Walmart parking lot, but
right.
the other 20% of the time you're waking up on a beach or in a forest or.
The beach is okay.
Open the door and two bums are fighting. Just like, oh
Damn it.
man, what's that?
I've heard the cool thing, because you like to cook and everything, is like if you're cooking in your van or whatever and you need something and you're in a Walmart parking lot,
Go to Walmart.
you just run into Walmart real quick.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm saying it's good. Regardless, like not just for you. Like I'd say this to everybody. Like I think you should definitely just travel on your own, just for. That's kind of really what made me decide. Like I want to travel to eat food. Was that one trip that I took to Houston because I was just so tired. I was like stressed out, and I just left. I had zero plans. I was like, "There's these 4 restaurants I want to check out. I've got like 2 homies in Houston that I'll hit up eventually, but." Just drove out there, found the hotel that day, mad sketchy. But it was cool, like
Because it really lets you know, like, yourself more. That was my big thing.
Yeah.
I went to L.A., went to Chicago. Where else did I go? I was kind of it by myself. And every time I was just like, was like, okay, I get like me a little bit more now.
because you want to go out and do things. Like you don't want to like spend time in your hotel room. So it's like,
What am I gonna go
what
do?
do I like? You know what I mean?
Right.
That I was like, I can't. I ate breakfast. I need to do something before I eat lunch. I can't just hop to restaurants. I was like, there's a museum like 20 minutes away. All right. I was walking around. I was like, don't like this. But I paid $20 for it, so I just kept walking. Burned 2.5 hours. I was like, all right, I'm finally hungry. All right, let's go.
Eat somewhere.
Let's go get some lunch.
Trying to go somewhere to eat.
But yeah, man, I don't know.
Is there anywhere you want to go? Like in particular?
Like in the country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right now, like our big thing is we want to go see the.
No. Stop saying our big thing. Like individual. There's one place that you would go by yourself.
Even if it's our place, it was mine.
I mean, there's 3 places really right now I want to see is the parks in California, Oregon, and the like mountains in Colorado.
I thought you were gonna say Washington. I was just like, just move to the West Coast, like.
But
okay.
Store for a month.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Someone was telling me it's like cheaper to like get an Airbnb for a month than to pay a mortgage.
I believe it.
I was like, what? Because you don't have to pay for water and stuff. Like you.
I think it depends on the Airbnb.
If you can get it for like
Like if you get a room, yeah. Like the Airbnb that I got in Miami, this feels a little pretentious. We just keep throwing out cities that we've, whatever. All right, but the Airbnb that
It's called being cultured.
cultured. That's what we're trying to get you.
Been to places.
Okay, but another thing is
Be
like,
cultured.
when did y'all start traveling?
I didn't start traveling until I graduated college.
See, I'm still 20.
Right.
Like,
the
And
when
I just
you-
started college.
When you're 20, like I didn't go any. Like I mean, I went to.
We also
places.
didn't have money.
That's true.
I got money.
You got money.
Like I multiple times had like red in the.
See, but I have money, but I act like I don't have money, which is why I have money.
Yeah, it's a good. But this is the same thing I'm telling him. Like the savings is bullshit. Like what are you saving for? Like spend it on something.
A van right now.
All right, cool. You don't have to save not every bit of that savings needs to go to the van.
Yeah, it
like
is.
But like for me, something I'm
You could spend $300 to go like spend 2 days somewhere.
Yeah, for something I'm trying to do right now is a part of my savings. Like I save like $125 a month it's called my trip fund, and I get to spend that on a trip every year. Yeah. Like you get to go somewhere, like, and if you get to combine that with someone, like, heck, $3,000 can do a pretty good trip.
That's a really good trip.
Yeah.
You could probably do something for like a week.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm trying to do that every year. That'd be ideal. 30 years of doing that. And then
I don't do that either.
Go somewhere new every year.
No, I don't.
Doing the same thing.
Yeah,
for 30 years.
I don't like.
I don't like that either.
I don't like the June 14th trip. Every year we go.
Every summer.
Yeah, that sounds awful. That sounds like my nightmare, bud.
I mean,
you like the picket fence more than I do. You want the white picket fence.
I like the concept of the white picket fence because of its simplicity of like the idea of like, oh yeah, I go on a trip every summer. I'll be teaching for the next 30 years, so might as well. That
sounds terrible.
Every summer.
I'm glad that excites you.
It doesn't excite me. No, don't get me wrong. None of it excites me.
That idea gives me anxiety, and I feel myself dying on the inside.
Yeah, it doesn't excite me. It comforts me with the idea of like, oh yeah, I get to go somewhere. I get to go 30 new places. No, like I even had the inclination to write down 30 places. It was like, oh, hold on, don't do that. Don't do that, because you do that and then your life is like set till you're 56, and that's weird.
Gross.
Could you imagine having a schedule until you're 56? Oh man, that's scary.
Yeah, it's a hard pass, bud. Hard pass.
But after that, I get to keep doing it.
You get to do what, dude?
Keep doing the same thing. Going. No, you get to go on 2 trips every year.
I just want to go places.
Just go whenever you feel like it.
I just want to be able to, yeah.
Just on a whim?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Another place I do want to go to is a place in Canada called Marine Lake. It's very beautiful.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of, recently.
Canada be popping, for sure.
Yeah, I want to go to Toronto. I definitely want to go to Toronto. It sounds like fun. Like, just to do something different. I don't know. Canada, Argentina. I want to go to Argentina.
I want to go to Cuba and Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I have the whole, like, Caribbean thing. I'm not like,
Well, it's not your people.
No.
Everything about any bit of the Caribbean, 1,000%. Damn, that's pretty.
That's Marine Lake.
Oh, that's very nice. That is peaceful.
Yeah, I just got like 5% calmer just looking at that photo. Damn.
Yeah.
Huh. Where in Canada is that?
It's like what's the state right next to Washington? It's above that.
Idaho? Montana?
Yeah, it's above that.
Okay.
Idaho's the gun, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm really bad at that section of.
Yeah, real.
Idaho,
hairy.
Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota, North Dakota. Have no idea. I know that's all right there, but I don't know where what. No, Idaho is over there.
I have the map pulled up right here.
No, Idaho's right there. You're thinking Iowa.
Oh, it's.
Am I thinking Iowa?
Idaho.
Yeah, it's Idaho.
Idaho and Montana. Yeah, it's here's
Okay,
Washington,
yeah.
Idaho, Montana. It's right here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. See, told you.
Yeah. But that whole
It gets real dicey.
the actual Midwest, I have no idea what's going on over there.
I didn't travel, but I was driving a lot. Like, sure, it was for band stuff. It was like indoor drum line, drum corps stuff, but nonetheless, like.
I mean, the first time I like went all over the country was like when I traveled with the drum corps. Like that was my first time ever. I went like out of state and stuff, and I was lucky enough to go to like Singapore. That was on my mom's thing. She was working for Apple.
But I've only been out of state twice. That's for Florida and New Orleans.
Yeah, it makes me sad, dude.
I mean, I've been to Florida technically twice because I went when I was little with my dad. But and then I went
How many
with
times
band.
have you flown?
Just the one time when I was younger when we went to Florida. But it was like
Odds of
I couldn't tell you how many times I
I want to do more, but like I said, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Just go.
Just fly to Vegas one weekend.
Definitely not doing
When you
that.
turn 21, just fly to Vegas.
Go.
I'm trying to find.
Look up Google Flights. You could find some flights for like $30 right now.
Well, I have all the points for my credit cards too. If
So
I
then
do it
just
through
go
them, then I don't have
somewhere,
to spend
dog.
anything.
Go check out. So like
I don't know how to do things by myself.
that's what I'm telling you. Go learn how to do
Yeah.
it. You don't. That's
Yeah,
that's what practice is, Chris. Did
Yeah.
you learn nothing from band?
But then she's gonna be upset, and then I'm gonna be.
No. See, this is how you spin it. I'm gonna go check out and see what's worth doing, so that way we don't waste money and time on looking at bullshit. I'm gonna go there, spend 2 days, scope it out, get an idea of what's good, what's not good, and then so that way when we come back, like I'm a little bit of a local, and we're not in that weird like, oh, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Oh,
yeah,
this place looks kind of like. I don't want to do that with anybody, but that's why
that's my problem with traveling with anyone right now. It's just I'm like, what do you want to do?
it stressed
Jay?
me
What
out
do
when we
you
went
want-
to Mexico and everything was at the hotel, and we were still having those conversations. Like,
Like, what do you want to do today?
yeah, like where do you want? Like, yeah. I hate.
That's because no
that
one
question.
knew what was going on there.
Also true. Bad example, but
I tried to learn, but even then, I was just like, you just drink and swim, and everyone was like, I want to go by the pool. What does that mean?
which one?
Like, what does that mean?
But yeah, I hate that question of what do you want to do today, and I also hate the person where it's like, Mr. Itinerary over here. Oh, we have breakfast at 9, and then we're gonna go to this. We're gonna go see this fancy new house at 10:30, and then shut up. I don't want that either. But I want to know that's like
You just want a general like you're gonna do these 4 things today.
yeah, like with the Houston thing. I was like I want to hit crawfish and noodles, Himalayan restaurant, like 2 other spots, a Caribbean joint. Shout out Caribbean. Got a meat pie. Ugh. So good.
Never had one.
It was on the outside of the 5th Ward. Mad sketchy, but I went there during the day, so it was
all right.
okay. Yeah. Like some other spot. Like I knew that's what I was gonna go do, and then everything in between, yeah, you know.
See, but that's how me and her are together. Like I'm sort of Mr. Itinerary, and then she's like you, where it's just like, whatever happens, happens, and then so it like balances it out.
I try not to be. I don't try not to be.
No, you don't. You're who you are, Evan. Don't change for anybody, but it stresses
no.
me
Well,
out.
the thing is I want to be more, like go with the flow, but also when something comes up, I don't like when it's like, oh, let's go do this thing. Just all of a sudden, I'm just like, no, let's not. That was not in the plan.
Yeah, I'm going to NOLA for spring break.
Yeah.
All I know is getting there Sunday, leaving Tuesday.
You're gonna hit Cafe Du Monde one of
I'm
those days.
gonna hit Cafe Du Monde Monday morning. That like literally that's why we're going. Like me, it's a bunch of people, but me, Roseman, and Becca, his lady, we're gonna go Sunday night, so that way we can get like for sure get beignets,
Yeah.
coffee, and like kind of ease into the morning a little bit, and then. Yeah, no. I'm gonna go gamble because I'm a degenerate.
Make sure you get like, this sounds like stock, but make sure you get like, if you can somehow get into the Embassy Suites and get breakfast there. Get an omelet there. Oh my God, that's the best omelet I've ever had.
Did you just tell me?
To go to a hotel and get the breakfast there? It's in New Orleans though. It's an old black lady like making omelets. It's the greatest like omelet I've ever had. It was seriously the best. I was like, no, if you ask my family, I'm gonna ask my family right now. What's the best hotel breakfast we've ever had? It was the Embassy Suites in New Orleans.
What are the chances? Hold up, because Becca booked a.
That she got the Embassy Suites.
Is that like is that a chain or is it?
Yeah,
'Cause I think there's one in Lubbock.
yeah.
Oh no, she got a Holiday Inn.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can go there, Copeland's. Is it Copeland's? Yeah, Koblenz. Go there for some food.
See, this is the downside. I'm definitely going to get lost on my own because Becca and Austin don't get down food. And I don't really know anybody else that's going. So I'm just going to be like...
I'm just going to despair. Pull a
Fade
full
into
Homer
the darkness.
Simpson. Yeah, that's a... just getting lost always sounds scary to me. I prefer to kind of know what I want to do.
Nah.
You just know what you want to do for the day, and then you just go do it.
Nah. Just go get a little lost, man.
I like that idea, but not really in the way you're doing it.
So then what do you like about it, Chris? What the...
If I were to, like, the whole nature thing of, like, going into a forest or whatever, like, on a trail and just get lost on the trail, or get lost hiking up a mountain and that kind of stuff.
I mean, that's kind of what I did.
No, see, that sketches me out. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's how you die.
Well, yeah.
I could live in a city.
I could get lost in Houston and die too, but...
Yeah, don't say you can't. Like when I went to...
I'm thinking my rebuttal. Go ahead.
When I was in San Francisco, and I didn't really... I wanted to go to the Redwoods. Didn't know how to get there. Didn't know... I was like, all right, Google, how do I get there? And I got I was able to get a ferry ticket. Made it to like this place called Sausalito. Walked around Sausalito for a while. Went to the Redwoods for a little bit. Came back down. It was awesome. It was like kept going. Had the best pizza I've ever had. And I was like, all right, keep moving. And that was kind of a nice fun way to get like. I saw Alcatraz.
See, that's what I picture.
I saw Alcatraz on the way. Like I was like,
See, that's what I'm down for. That's what I'm down for. It's like
like controlled getting lost.
Controlled loss. Yeah, controlled confusion.
Yeah. But you have to go to like a scenic place for that. I think you can't go to like San Francisco was the place to do that. I mean, granted, there was one point when I was walking downtown.
It's not necessarily scenic.
I walked past the homeless district. There's like a street of just homeless people, and I was just like, that's piss.
Walk faster.
So it's all right, but when I went to Lovely this past weekend, we went to Whataburger when I got there that night to get dinner, and we were just in drive-thru, and all of a sudden a homeless dude just started walking up to the people's cars in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
He walked up to my window, and I was just looked at him. I said,
Nope.
Especially because he came up on Mia's side of the car. I told her, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm rolling that window down with you right there.
Nope.
And then I guess some dude went inside and got the manager, and they came out yelling at him. So
yeah, that's just part of it. that is part of it. You have to be willing to, like, when I first got to San Francisco, I went downtown. I walked past the homeless district. Then I walked into this ramen restaurant. Randomly, I was just like, this is Japanese food. Let's go get food there.
Yeah.
Had some amazing ramen. Like, it was super awesome. Then I found the best bookstore ever. It was like 3 stories, like super awesome. Like that kind of stuff was like San Francisco. I really like San Francisco. Go to San Francisco.
That is one place I want to visit.
Yeah, I mean, it's right next to the Redwood Forest.
The forest, yeah.
You got to get lost in places you can walk.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
You can't get lost in Temple.
Can't get lost in Temple.
No.
It's a bad move.
I've tried to like walk around Temple,
and even most of Dallas. Like,
don't go to Dallas. Isn't fun. Like,
there's some good food spots in Dallas that I need to check out eventually.
Dallas is like new, new motto or whatever, or slogan or whatever. When they like rebranded a couple years ago, was like, eat, sleep, and live here, or something like that. Something really boring, which is like, yeah, just eat here, basically.
Yeah, that's why I said I want to visit there. I don't.
That's all you do there is eat food.
Hell yeah, some great restaurants.
Something to do. There's the DMA, but that's kind of it.
Go watch the Cowboys lose.
Correct. go see Jerry.
Go drive an hour away to see the Cowboys.
Yeah, right. You go to Arlington and go, or go to Deep Ellum and go see something remotely more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking about going to see Doylan as well, up in Maryland.
Oh yeah. That part of the country's
very confusing. It doesn't make sense to me.
When I went to DC with my family, it was very there was too much. It sounds stupid. There were too many turns, like there were too many like Maryland's this way, and then you go this way, and it's like Boston, and you're just like, it was like There's too much going on. It's like being in like the Temple's like 31st Street. Like what? Like it's down.
You got 35, 31st, airport,
Adams.
And they'll take care of you.
That's kind of it, right? Like it's very simple.
That's exactly how Lubbock is. Like I was there for the first day and memorized the whole city. It's all like one way, it's all numbers, and then the other way is all like names of streets. And so to get anywhere, it's literally just one turn.
See that? So
Ranch Road and 31st.
Yeah.
Super simple, yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it was way too many like exit here and go left here and take this loop over here, and like it was stressful.
Oh, I get so confused when I listen to like anybody that's from like New York, and they're just talking about like. I was listening today the Are You Garbage podcast, and they were talking about buying cigarettes. Like when I first moved to New York, I would drive to Connecticut because it was $10 a pack for cigarettes as opposed to 17 here in New York, and I was like, what, are you driving a state to go? And then I remember like, oh yeah, states are mad small up
Right,
there.
yeah.
It's like an hour, maybe hour and a half.
Like when I was with Blue Knights, like we went to New York, but I think we were in Connecticut. It was like an hour drive. Like it wasn't that far away. Like to get to New York, I would have to. You could walk in New York though.
Yeah,
New York is definitely like a. If you plan out your like your district.
Why did you say that as it feels like some mind-blowing information? Of course you could walk in New York.
Like
that's
like
New York.
80% of people walk.
But I'm like, I would never drive in New York.
Again, a very clear statement. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't want to drive in New York. It sounds stressful.
Yeah, because everybody angry.
Yeah, I cannot. Someone hit my car and be like, I'm walking here. I'm like, I'm just trying to take a left. I'm just trying to go left. I don't.
I want to go to New York. That's the next up.
I was supposed to go this summer, but then Florida came up, so
I'm gonna go to Vegas
next summer. You wanna go to Vegas?
Not really, but my boy's having a bachelor party over there.
Okay. Like Vegas is something I don't think anyone like wants to do.
Again, great food, and your boy's a degenerate, so I'm definitely gonna throw some money around, but it's not.
Like primo spots. Yeah, I've never like.
I always forget that I have family out there too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. We've talked about this. My uncle,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. County cars.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Vegas is not. I do want to go to Colorado. Like, I want to spend some time there. I've never spent more than like a week
I get down with some Colorado.
in Colorado.
I want to ride a snowboard.
Ride a snowboard.
We were discussing the Winter Olympics, and like the joke is that black people don't ski. So I'm like,
They don't.
I'm like, that was another weird part about talking to the white people about, oh yeah, we went skiing over here. Oh yeah, I went skiing over here. Oh, I did a double black diamond on this place. I was just like,
Huh?
never been around that much snow.
We had
before.
snow last year.
Like I've seen 4 inches of snow. This is what 4 inches looks like.
That's all I've seen.
Like never seen. Yeah.
In hindsight, I think with the people I'm going with, all white, going to Nolan's.
Ask them
Definitely should have gone to
how many of them have
Colorado.
skied.
Oh, all of them have. What kind of question is that? Come on now. But we were talking about going to. Becca had brought up going to Colorado. I was like, dude, I'm trying to go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And then she was like, we're going to New Orleans on Monday. We got the Airbnb. I was like, oh.
Well,
all right. So, trying to figure that out. Trying to figure out the finances. Your boy's still hurting from Team EA. Turns out, didn't realize I was hurting. And I checked that account. And I was like, oh.
See, I've got to. I had this thought like leaving Team EA. I was like, I got to make another fund for Team EA.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to Team EA. So like, just have like a
You gotta have
$500, $600 fund.
You gotta have that Christmas gift fund.
Right.
And then I gotta be on top of it. you know what? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy all the Christmas presents in November, and then I signed up for the Christmas fund from.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
The mid-tier one, so I'm gonna get $750.
Okay.
That's why the paycheck's smaller.
Okay. You signed for that.
I'm stupid.
But you get the bonus.
Yeah,
It's not a bonus, but it's like a.
But that $750 is probably gonna cover the post Christmas and Team EA.
Right. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah. See, it's that kind of stuff that I'm just like gotta kind of think about a little bit because I'm tired of hurting for like bank accounts like it's not bad, but it's not like
it's not good. Oh, mine is bad. It's not good. It's been a while since I've had this little in my bank account.
Yeah, the Team EA budget and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a part of life I didn't.
You gain anything from Team EA this year?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes, the big thing that I got was number one. Concerts should feel organic. If they don't, people are like, "What's going on?"
Go on that. What do you mean?
When you have a concert that's very, let's say, lifeless, and very just like it's like clearly the kids are like, it's like on edge.
Just play it, yeah.
Like it's just like, play it exactly the way it's like. It's like there's no life to that. So that's part of it, and then this is something that I like. I went to 3 clinics on this concept. Was so you know how I have my fundamentals book, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's like tone fundamentals, there's like technique, and there's sight reading.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about like artistry.
Yeah.
As like a concept we teach. I've never really like taught artistry before. I've taught like play the dynamics, but I've never been like you know, do it music, do it more music.
Feel something, damn it.
Do it like,
yeah, do it the way that like you feel it should be.
Right. Like I've never been like feel it. Like I mean I have been like that, but it's never there's never like it's never systematic. It's never so I went to a couple of clinics on like, and I got a book just about like the concept of like artistry and trying to teach them more, because I just don't really just like in middle school band, I just don't do that right now. I'm so focused on like getting them to make the right tones and stuff. And Johnny, it is first finger. It is your first finger. If you put your third finger down one more time, I'm gonna stab someone. I don't know who, but there's 30 of you in this room. Someone's getting stabbed.
Take a pencil, loose throw behind the back. Somebody's catching it.
Like, I'm just gonna see what happens. Do you want to see what happens, Johnny? I've never taught like artistry before.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a.
I'm figuring out the same thing, man.
There's like a whole like, it's like a unit. I didn't even like you know people
Consider.
People playing their units and stuff like. I've never considered the unit of artistry. That's part of it.
That's one thing Duran is really good about. We talked about it, and he's like a big reason why it's going to be a struggle for the highlighters to get to like invited to Team EA is because just the way he teaches just like groove, style, and feel.
Yeah.
But Team EA is about note accuracy and rhythmic accuracy. And he's like, this shit don't matter. What are we talking about here? We just want Mingus. You tell me we can't get to Team EA?
Right. Like they miss notes on like, if you listen to like Mingus album, there's lots of cracked and missed notes there. But it's one of the greatest jazz albums of all time. Like
so good.
Like it's that's the I guess like I was raised in that whole just like note perfect, and I mean where I went to school.
Well, you went to Allen, dog. I don't know how musical you can be with 700 people.
Oh, really?
You get mad loud, mad soft, and
Yeah. and Mad Soft was like chamber group. Like chamber group of 20. Like
chamber group of 20.
most bands, it's like their entire.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that whole like concept of artistry and like the I was recently having like a conniption about like I watched a video of the Eastman Wind Ensemble and that whole concept of like it's like one and apart. I'm like, oh, that's my band right now.
Yeah.
I only have 20 kids in band right now. It's one and apart. I'm like, oh, they should be like artists on each of their parts. They should be like they should have decisions made and like not decisions made, but like they should be making decisions on like what to do as far as like
what to do,
how to make my part sound the best it can. I'm like, oh, huh.
Yeah.
Like that's an idea I never. You want to like think about the individual and stuff, but you never think about that level on the individual.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of my team. Yeah, that was what I pulled from it.
Right on.
You?
Nothing.
Nothing really.
None. Yeah, I went to Ken and Wiley's beginner percussion thing.
Yeah.
Super impressive.
Yeah.
Not real.
It's
It's just not.
It's like, yeah, kids have to have at least 2 years of piano experience to
And like he said, he's like, not every one of my kids is required to take piano. And I was like,
what did you just say?
Why did you say it like that? Like I get stupid hyped if one kid said they played piano for like 6 months. Like, what are we talking about here?
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then he just like.
That even some programs are like, why doesn't everyone have piano chops?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what?
Shut up. But he was talking about syncopated eighth notes. He's like, sometimes it takes us like, mid-late October. I was like, what? Huh? I might have gotten to eighth notes.
Might have
by October. Bro, I gotta wait till mid-September for everybody to get the equipment. What are we talking about here?
When did everyone actually get? I think everyone got it.
Top of October.
I was like, in October was it? Everyone actually had stuff.
Yeah, and I gave it to them.
Yeah, that was at the point of like, get it. Okay, I'm just gonna hand it to you.
Do you have $20? Give me $20 and I'll give you something.
I'll give you a piece of plywood. I just need you to hit something.
It's like renting the bell kit $5, renting the pad $5, sticks $10. All right, here we go. I'm gonna give you. You can't afford the book. All right, I'm gonna print out everything that you need.
Yeah.
Put it in your binder. Damn it.
Yeah, that's my philosophy right now. Is I'm just gonna whatever you need, man. I'm just gonna have it for you.
I'm just gonna have it for you. Yeah. So it was it was super cool that like that makes sense on why your kids are able to take lessons with Bill Bachman because you're doing like it's February and you're doing syncopated 16th notes.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the whole idea of like, because I mean, when I was a beginner, when I was student teaching, like hey, you're a sixth grader. Hey, it's your lesson day today. It's like September and you're having lessons. I'm like, I remember they were talking about Team EA. They're like, oh yeah, our oboe students get like lessons in the summer. Like, I'm like, shut up. Shut up! You're doing lessons in the summer. What are we doing? Like, what
are we talking
like
about?
This is fake. Like we're lucky to have kids show up on the first day of school, like because of their parents like forgot.
Yeah.
We deal with some of that stuff.
Yeah,
just
man,
like
it's different.
We don't deal with. Oh, you didn't take lessons this summer, so you get to be in the third band.
Oh no.
The third band's still playing grade 2s, but which I found out my march is a grade 2.
Is it really?
It is.
Wow.
I didn't. I knew it's on the PML, so it's not like graded.
Yeah.
But on the thing it said grade 2, like on the package.
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't look like a grade 2. I was like,
And you started playing, and you're like, maybe it is.
But they got it. Like it sounds like they can make their way through it. I was like, And Will was talking to people. It was like, yeah, that's a grade 2. It was like, oh, it is. Yeah. It's whatever. We're doing fine.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I only went down there for Friday.
Yeah.
It was mostly just chop it up with some people.
I'm realizing the more and more I go, there's less. The more and more I go, there's less I actually want to go to.
Yeah.
Just because it all becomes kind of the same.
Yeah.
Information, like go teach band better, know stuff, and then once you know that stuff, give it to the kids, and that's kind of it. And don't be toxic when you get to your classroom. Like, don't be awful.
Yeah, there was. I ran into her. So her name's Brittany Dunn. She's at the Andrew Middle School. No.
Okay.
No. What's T-Wo's?
Cedar Park.
Cedar Park. She's at Cedar Park Middle School.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so. Cedar Park, Cedar Ridge. Anyways.
Cedar Park, yeah.
She her now husband, he was a tuba player. And I played with him at the brass band back in the day. And so I ran into him on the street, blah, blah, started talking. She's like, yeah, I'm, taking it easy tonight. We're going to go grab dinner real quick, but I'm giving a presentation tomorrow at 8 a.m. on Saturday. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to make it. Like,
8 a.m. on
there's
Saturday.
no way. And she was like, yeah, I know.
That's a hard spot.
It's a hard spot. And you know what's hilarious? Like, she was giving a presentation on planning a middle school year. And I was like, damn.
That's kind of the one.
I should probably go to that. That sounds mad helpful. And she's like, yeah, everybody that needs this isn't going to show up. And everybody that's going to show up.
That's a,
and I was like,
That's why I want to
you're
present.
right.
I don't want to present the TMEA until I'm like super, super successful. Like, I don't want, that sounds scary.
That was rough.
Oh, man.
So
No.
she's like, yeah, everybody that needs this is not going to show up, and everybody that's going to show up is like probably already doing it for the most part. So I'm just going to be kind of talking to a room full of people that are capable. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, I had kind of a moment before I left for TMEA where I looked on social media, which you should never do that.
shout out social media.
I looked on social media and saw someone, one of my high school friends, she band director. Now she posted about like her like lesson plans and stuff for the. I was like, oh, it looks so like organized and like I'm like, oh, it looks just
That's the one good thing about Karen, like being kind of crazy about me lesson planning, is that now I just have like
you have your years like
100% documented,
right,
as opposed to like previous years where it was like post documented.
right. I mean, that's the one nice thing about like the lesson planning thing. It's like once you do it, you kind of just like edit it year to year, change the dates on things. Like that's that's why I like the whole like 30 years thing. Is like I got my plan. Like I know. Like
You can't sell me on this, dude. That
I
sounds
put
like
the amount of savings I was to save like every month into like an investment calculator. Put like 10% interest on it, which is like reasonable. Like I was like, oh yeah, I'll hit my mark in 30 years. Great, like great. Like I don't have to do anything else. Like I'll be like, it's like, oh yeah, we just keep putting that same amount in there for 30 years, 10% interest, you'll be fine. Okay, cool. Like I don't have to do anything now. It's like passive income.
Hard pass, bud. Hard pass.
Yeah, not passive at all.
Anything else? Like, anything else happened since last time we were together?
Joe Shiesty lost.
Joe Shiesty.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the actual Super Bowl.
That was a good game, though.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. Yeah,
It was a great Super Bowl.
I was actually invested in the game this year. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it like probably one of the better Super Bowls I've seen in a while.
It felt like a pretty even match.
Oh, yeah.
Like I mean, it like a lot of it felt like the Bengals were kind of less like
Not necessarily an even match, but it was an even game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it wound up being so close. I mean, Like, yeah, I was just thinking the entire time. I was like, oh yeah, everyone's kind of sticking it out. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone was having fun. There was no like weird.
No, like stupid animosity.
Right. Wait, not to derail off of the Super Bowl talk, but the Chinese curling team, the girl who like actually like the rock thrower, I guess, on the back of her hand is written something like, "You are good at curling. Try your best. Have fun." Like written on the back of her hand.
That's not good.
But that's a good message.
Yeah.
To me, that's a good.
Super wholesome.
Not for the Olympics.
Not for the Olympics. That's not what you want to see. That's rooted in trauma. You ever seen trauma just written on somebody's hands?
Yeah.
I've seen trauma written on someone's wrist. Was that too much?
Oh my god!
I did not see that coming.
Oh, I did it. Well done. I did not see that. Oof.
I'll cut that one or keep it. I don't know. I'll keep it probably.
Keep it. It was good. It was subtle.
It was just wholesome though. It was just very like.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, it's not wholesome though. That's not coming from. She's from China, bro. That's not coming from a wholesome spot. That's like her telling herself like, it's gonna be okay. If you lose, you might die, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's the But it'd be nice if every like sport thing was like that. It's just like, I'm just gonna go have fun. Like you're gonna be your best at it, but like,
nah, that's not what the Olympics is about.
It's literally about that.
It's not about having fun. It's about me being better than you.
They get like $5,000. They don't get.
Yeah, I know. So if you don't have fun for $5,000, bud, you have bragging rights.
Well,
That's what this is about. Like, you're gonna dedicate your life to curling? Excuse me?
really, a rock.
You're gonna dedicate your life to being the sweeper of the curling team.
Oh God, what does that exercise regimen look like?
Well, you see the bodies of everybody that plays curling. It's not good.
Oh, I've never like watched. I've watched curling on like a bar television.
Hey, look up the Minnesota the dude from Minnesota, the rock thrower for Team USA. Pusher, rock thrower. I don't know. Who cares?
I don't know what they're called.
Bullshit sport.
Curler, probably.
Yeah, that feels
It's probably
like
curler. Yeah, that's simplistic, but like, yeah, curling is. Granted, it's curling, but you still get to. I mean, why not for the Winter Olympics? Who cares?
I mean, they get, you get a gold medal. You get a gold medal. It's a homie. He's got a mullet.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's him right here.
Yeah. Bingo, bango. Look at that.
Yeah.
Gem of a man.
Olympic
curler.
Somebody
Mullet,
see walking
mustache.
around in a Walmart.
He stands next to Michael Phelps. It's just like
He's in the same.
we both have gold medals.
Him, Shaun White, Michael Phelps.
Imagine just showing your gold medals.
But homie was out there rocking it. He had some crazy SB dunks on. He had Rick and Morty socks on. Gangster.
Rick and Morty socks. Oh, that's depressing.
Anyways, the Olympics is bullshit. Joe Shiesty.
Yeah.
I was legitimately sad.
It was a good game overall.
It was that was such a standard football ending to a football game.
Right.
But because the last 6 games were so
crazy
until the very last moments.
Right.
That's the first time a game ended on defense.
Yeah.
That
everyone was just like, this is anticlimactic. I mean, it was anticlimactic. It was just like, this is just a boring football game.
Yeah. This is just a normal football game. That's what it was. But it was good. But yeah,
I will say though, Aaron Donald deserved that. He played his heart out.
What a man! Have you ever seen Aaron Donald with his shirt off?
No.
Pull that up.
You want to look up another dude with his shirt off?
Yeah, I do. Because he's 300 pounds and less than 10% body fat.
Oh.
All right.
I do.
He's built different. Look at that, man.
It's a large human.
That is 300 pounds.
It's a large human. That's
Less than 10% body fat.
like 280 of that is muscle. Like,
yeah. Excuse me?
yeah. It's a
Terrifying.
large dude.
I wanted the Bengals and Joe Burrow to win, but at the same time, like the dudes on the Rams team, they all deserved a ring.
For sure.
Right.
I don't think Rams run it back because I think everybody's going to retire.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So many of them have been in the game for so long, but all those dudes got the ring.
If Bengals get a new O-line, they'll be back next year.
I'll take
Yeah.
it. They just need like 2 people.
Yeah.
They don't even need that much because did you see the picture of Jamar Chase?
Mm-hmm.
He broke the matchup number 5. Damn it,
With
Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke his ankles. Crosby was laid out on the ground. He was open, like completely open field, going towards midfield on the last 4th down. Like if Joe had a second more, touchdown, Bengals win. Like
Yeah.
So Bengals will definitely be back.
Yeah, the Rams are definitely
Rams,
done
I don't
for-
know.
I think everyone's. They were definitely the older.
They just don't have any picks. Like
Right,
even-
right.
They don't. I don't think they go until like the 5th round.
Right.
And you have Aaron Donald talking about retiring. Who's the other guy?
I don't know what position. He's either on the O-line or the D-line, but he's just like the real old dude.
The old white guy. He's on the
Yeah.
O line.
He said he's retiring.
Yeah, the
For
other
sure.
the other dude with Aaron Donald, like a bunch of those dudes. Stafford's been in the league for 13 years.
I don't remember his first name, but I think his last name's Lewis. He was retiring. He actually got hired as a head coach at a high school already.
Oh Jesus!
Oh wow,
Hell yeah!
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's a little goofy. You win Super Bowl and you go teach high school.
Imagine that being like your PE coach. Like
The Super Bowl.
you walk into
winner.
high school PE and you're
Well,
just
Deion
like,
Sanders.
"Weren't you?"
I saw you on TV.
I saw you on TV like literally like a couple months ago.
My
What are you doing here?
maps teacher played for the Bills.
Really?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I forget about
He's,
that.
he might still be the head coach at Waco now.
Yeah,
but
he is. Yeah.
My freshman
Yeah.
year, he was on the Temple football team. He played at UT, then got drafted on the Bills. But he was my maps teacher.
That's
Yeah.
so odd.
He said he still got fan letters and stuff.
That's so odd to me.
But yeah, like Deion Sanders is a head coach now. That's
Where
crazy.
at?
It's like
Is he at Flower Run or Marcus? Or
no,
is-
he's not in Texas.
He's not in Texas. Okay.
He's like Mississippi or something.
He was living in.
You look
Flower-
that up.
He was
Yeah.
living in Flower
Who?
Mound for a while.
Deion Sanders, Deion. Deion Sanders.
Sanders as in Colonel.
Head coach. See where he's coaching out of.
Jackson State University?
Jackson State University,
Mississippi.
Mississippi. And dude,
Jackson.
that's like he is getting some crazy
Prime
recruiting.
time as your coach.
Prime time. Are you kidding me? I want to go play football for him.
Coach, is this you? It's that black leather jacket, the big
Oof.
with this Jerry curl.
Oh, take me back.
You're just like this is my coach.
This is your coach. He was a
Yep.
monster, and he's gonna make you run through a wall, and you're gonna be excited about it.
The crazy thing is, too, I don't know if y'all saw, but like where Joe Burrow went to high school, he must have gone to a small high school because there's like literally, they renamed the stadium after him.
Yep.
And they set up a whole, like, you know how there's like the trophy cabinets or whatever? There's a whole thing dedicated just to him.
That's silly.
Yeah, it's like a
Like Spider-Man.
Oh, and there's pictures of him in like their locker room of like what it takes to be great. And,
yeah,
like,
man. No, it's
like it makes sense, but
It's like an academy,
Right. You get
university type deal.
one guy from
Yeah.
there.
Well, I mean, it's Westlake has like
40 of them.
Is that your phone?
I mean, you have Drew Brees and Patty Mahomes,
Yeah.
both from the same high school. Excuse me?
He
What?
didn't. I don't think Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So I looked that up the other day.
I thought it was Patrick Mahomes.
No, it's I know who you're talking about, but it wasn't Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes went to White House High School.
Huh.
White House High School.
That sounds rough.
It's a weird name for a high school. I don't want to live in a white place, like a Whitesboro, a White Plains.
No.
It sounds
bad.
Sounds racist.
It feels racist.
It is.
So there's. Look it up. Drew Brees, Justin Tucker, Kalen Granson, Nick Foles, Sam Ellinger,
Nick Foles,
yeah, I was saying that.
Calvin Anderson, Kyle Adams, Seth McKinney, Brett Shearer.
Jesus.
All from
Westlake.
Westlake, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of those schools
Crazy.
they build like big legacies and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it was a good game.
I enjoyed it.
The national anthem was like a minute.
Didn't listen to it. Missed it. Thank God.
It was on the TV, but it was someone that no one like. It wasn't a big star.
Yeah.
So no one was like. I guess she decided I'm not a big star. Let me just do a minute. Did her minute.
Breeze through it.
And she sang all the right notes. Like
Hell yeah.
just like.
She did it good. She was really good.
Was it
Yeah, no,
actually good?
she was good. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she just sang it real fast and was like, "All right, good." Like her national anthem felt like how the rest of the game went. It was just like a bunch of like, yeah,
You did it.
that was a game. The halftime show.
Super
I was
dope.
gonna ask how'd y'all feel about it?
It was millennial excitement that fueled that show. I think.
As you gotta, you're not that excited about it, were you?
I like the songs, but the like as far as like a show wise, like putting on a show, yeah.
So it was more about
It was more about the nostalgia.
no, well, yeah, but the cultural impact.
Well, yeah, cultural impact. Yeah, as far as like having people like Crip Walk and the fact that you're like representing like not just L.A. but like Compton.
Like there was
Like-
like so the fact that it's in LA and everybody like you have Long Beach, Compton, all those dudes are from that from California and the, in those rougher spots, but it's just like without getting too much into like the black culture, but football has been dominated by black people, and that's the first time since Beyonce that's been a black like act.
Yeah. And as far as like
The Weeknd's
and it also being hip hop too.
And it being hip hop. Like that was the first ever hip hop performance at halftime.
Yeah.
So like everything else has been pop or rock or something like that.
Yeah.
So the fact that they had, such icons and also the song choices that they did. I mean, Mary J. Blige did
I don't remember her songs off the top of my head.
I can't remember. But it like the lyrics were about her being like tired. Like this is like talking to the black experience, and then shout out to Uncle Snoop.
Oh yeah.
Crip Walk, C Walk, A.
Yeah.
I saw
On national television, A.
Did you see the thing about him? There's a picture of him smoking weed.
Oh
before.
yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's Snoop Dogg.
I saw it earlier.
It's Snoop
too. It
Dogg's
was
world.
like-
We're just living in it, man.
It was like, okay, we're gonna have all the dudes dressed in black to kind of like contrast to her wearing white
Yeah.
or whatever. And Snoop was just like, nah, blue.
Well, yeah, they told him don't wear a blue bandana.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I won't. So he wore a blue bandana tracksuit. Like,
Yeah,
all right,
and then like when Dre started playing Tupac,
oh yeah,
big moment. I mean Kendrick killed it.
50 Cent came in. That was
50
cool.
Cent came in. Yeah, everybody counted on 50
the amount
Cent.
of 50 Cent memes I see about
It was
him
mad
just like
disrespectful, but it was just like, and it was,
him waiting.
but it was just like
I'm 50 now.
that's his first. That was his first music video.
Yeah.
Was him rapping upside down. So it was just like, damn, like that's like throwback for the culture. Yeah, it was a lot of.
Yeah, it was definitely like super like early 2000s like it was a millennial show, and that was the big joke was like oh yeah, the Super Bowl used to be like for a bunch of these like old acts and stuff like that, for old people, Rolling Stones and all that stuff, like
Who.
super old.
Yeah.
And now all the millennials are like, yeah, this is like wait a minute. Hold on.
Where are we?
Are we the
Oh no.
Oh no, it's 2020. Oh no, we're the old ones.
And,
Yeah, it was.
It
awesome.
was dope though. It was cool.
awesome.
It was cool.
But
The
watching that with white people is very weird.
couldn't imagine.
I wanted to like during the Kendrick stuff. I just wanted to just like. I wanted to scream the N-words as loud as I could, and just look at everyone.
Say something. Huh? You can't say
I can say it.
This is for me.
Can you? No.
Did y'all see any videos of like the halftime show like actually like being performed live though?
Oh yeah, it sounded like crap. Like on.
I would
Really?
hate. Yeah, I would
in the
hate.
stadium.
Like, it's only for TV.
Well, yeah, they stopped.
The visitor side, they don't get
Nothing.
anything.
Damn.
The home side, you can see it, but the sound from it inside the stadium,
It's too much.
it's horrible.
Yeah, they stopped doing it for. I think it's like the amps and stuff don't even go into. Well, they have like little amps, but they're not like meant for the entire stadium. It's not meant for the entire stadium. It's meant for. It goes into the TV.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, but that's most people are gonna watch it
At home.
Yeah, I
on
mean,
TV.
there's 80,000 in person. There's 120 million on
Right.
TV.
Like, everyone's gonna watch it on TV. Just make it
Cater to that audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Plus, I don't know if
It's just that the fact that they spent $5,000 just for basic tickets, like you get top row seating for $5,000.
that's so much.
Gross.
That's such a gross
Gross
idea to
amount of
me.
money.
Like how many millions? Like how many millions is that? Almost $1 billion. Like that would kind of make sense. Like people pay $1 billion to go see a Marvel movie. Yeah, that's crazy to me. But yeah, the actual sound wasn't good, but it was still a
It was
good
cool,
show.
man. Shout out to the
Enjoyed
culture.
it.
Shout out to
Commercials
the
were
culture.
good. A lot of crypto.
A lot of crypto. Don't lie. The commercials were not good. Not a good year.
There was a lot of car commercials.
A lot
There
of car
were,
commercials, a lot
yeah.
of crypto. That's it.
There was some.
There's a few good ones, but it
There
wasn't
weren't-
like
there
it
weren't
used to
any
be.
that were like these. This is gonna be like the next cultural thing.
Yeah.
Like no one went home and saying was up. Like,
Yeah.
but it
What
was
is still y'all's like top Super Bowl commercial that y'all like or remember?
sadly the Doritos baby.
That's mine.
Doritos, baby.
Yeah,
The E-Trade one was so weird.
because the E-Trade baby's older now or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
No one was getting it for a while. I got
Yeah.
it. I got it at first, and everyone was like, "What?" I was like, "It's the E-Trade baby." Like, look at it.
I don't know. It's well documented. I don't have a memory of anything, so.
Yeah, the Doritos baby one was definitely my
Yeah.
favorite.
There's been
Was there Doritos one with Troy Polamalu?
He had a Head and Shoulders.
There's
one.
a Head and Shoulders, but I could have sworn there was a Dorito. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, I'm always there for the Marvel ads, and I'm gonna end up watching it later anyway. I'm just like,
I guess since we're gonna get into it, the Doctor Strange stuff.
yeah, the Doctor Strange trailer and stuff.
That movie's gonna be.
I didn't see-
lot.
There's a different trailer?
Yeah, they showed like a TV clip, and then at the end they're like, watch the full thing on YouTube or whatever.
The
Oh,
new
shit, I
trailer
missed
is-
it.
Oh, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah?
be.
It's a lot.
Can you pull it up on this
Like,
one?
yeah,
Yeah.
pull it up on there, and it's
It's crazy.
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. Like you're gonna hear some stuff and be like, wait a minute, hold on, is that? So who'd you think that was?
Was that Dr. Xavier?
Yeah, Professor Xavier from X-Men, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can exit that. That's fine. Yeah,
It's a lot.
it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, god damn, the visuals.
Yeah, and there's like frames in there when him and that girl America Chavez.
Yeah.
She's like she can punch through realities. That's why she's there.
That's her power. Okay.
Yeah, she can punch.
She can make like star portals through
Yeah.
different dimensions or whatever.
Yeah. But there's a clip where it's like part of it's animated, it's like, oh, they're gonna go into like the what if like universe or something. Or
Oh Jesus!
they're gonna do like
Well,
it's gonna,
because I think I saw this theory on the New Rockstars or whatever that like when they're going in there to meet Doctor,
the Sinister Strange, like the evil.
No, when they bring him in there and they're like, we should tell him.
Oh,
the robots that are taking him in there.
Those are Ultron bots.
I think it's the Infinity Ultron or what the.
Oh yeah.
From What If?
Did you watch What If? You watch What If?
It's that version of Ultron if like it worked out, like Tony's Ultron like worked.
Oh okay, huh?
Which would make sense because that's supposed to be the Illuminati.
Oh
yeah. It's gonna get weird. Like it's gonna get like very
because there's like Kang, and then the Illuminati.
Oh Jesus! There's somebody above Kang. God damn.
Well, yeah, the Illuminati is like originally it's supposed to be Tony, Mr. Fantastic.
That was. Am I bugging or is that
Professor Xavier?
No. Flame on.
Johnny Storm? No.
I saw somebody flying on fire.
That's
there's several theories
still
about.
Don't know who that is yet.
That could be Superior Iron Man. That could be another Iron Man. That could be whatchamacallit from not from WandaVision. Monica Rambeau. She got powers at the end of that. That could be her. But yeah, like those three: Black Panther, Namor, who's like the Marvel Aquaman, and Black Bolt from the another mutant team. I forget, not mutants, but Inhumans. Was this big powerful team that like they originally all six of them had the Infinity Stones. They were like, no one but us can have these Infinity Stones. It's too powerful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I think everything we've been like watching over the last year is all.
It's leading. Yeah, that's definitely led up to this movie.
Like this movie is
that line from Wanda is super rough.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's like the villain apparently.
Is she really?
That's the theory that she's gonna be the villain for the whole.
That's what I was thinking. Like even after WandaVision, like when they started talking about Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and that she was gonna be in there, I was like, most definitely she's gonna be the villain, or she's gonna be like an anti-hero kind of thing.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping that she's just trying to go find her kids.
Yeah.
Like,
which I think is what it's going to be. I think she's going to like team up with them, but she's got her own
agenda
mission inside of that.
Like, yes.
And then once they find that out, they're like, "Oh, you're actually destroying the realities more than like while we're trying to fix it."
I can see that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be mad long, huh?
Oh, I hope so.
That's got to be a 3 hour,
like,
if not like 320. Like,
yeah, it needs to be
lot
for the amount of content that's gonna be going. Because that's the weight of that movie. Because the original Doctor Strange was just like, we just gotta do Doctor Strange, a couple of crazy visuals, nothing like super like we just gotta do Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Now we have to do everything.
Ooh, that and there's like 5 different Stranges that we saw.
Well, yeah. Sinister Strange, Defender Strange. Well, because there's the evil Doctor Strange from What If. Defender Strange is like a different one. Doctor Strange, the zombie Doctor Strange. That was the one with the big black arms and stuff.
Jesus.
From the zombie universe and stuff. Yeah,
and there's another theory that the Strange we see at the beginning when he like wakes up from the dream, that's actually a different Doctor Strange if he didn't become the Sorcerer Supreme and like didn't lose his hands because his hands are fine. And that's the first time it's ever been like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy movie. I'm not prepared for the amount of stuff that's gonna happen on screen.
I gotta wait till May. Goddamn.
Yeah,
May 6th.
We got what do we got in between that? She-Hulk.
She-Hulk is coming out.
Oh no, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's the top of March, but I think She-Hulk is like April.
Okay.
I still haven't really seen. I've seen like one trailer for She-Hulk, and I haven't heard anything else about
They
it.
haven't really put out much. Yeah.
It's probably coming.
They put out more for Moon Knight than they did for She-Hulk, but
Moon Knight's gonna be pretty intense too, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
I'm hoping that it's like rated R though, because I think it's coming on Disney Plus. Yeah. But Moon Knight's supposed to be like Daredevil levels of like,
I say that's what it kind of reminding me of is Daredevil.
Definitely. Yeah, I have no idea what it's about, but it definitely got some vibes.
Oh, apparently the the Marvel shows on Netflix, they're going back to Disney.
Really?
Apparently they either they like only gave it to Netflix for a couple of years,
See,
or
The
they,
mouse just bought everything out.
I mean, I'm confused because we've been watching Daredevil at the top, it says you have until February 28th because it's going to be gone. But on all those shows, it's all Netflix originals.
I think it's like I was listening to a podcast. They were talking about this. They were like, yes, they put the Netflix original thing on there, but it's really not owned by Netflix.
Well, I know Marvel still like owns it. I guess
Yeah.
they gave the rights to.
Yeah, they gave the rights to
Netflix to
Netflix
make
for
them.
and Netflix did like production on it and stuff like that. But after that, it's kind of like how like there's older production companies that did stuff, but now they don't own it anymore.
Yeah.
because they
Okay.
got it. It got bought
Well,
by
I mean,
someone.
as long as it moves to Disney and I can still watch it and everything. But
Yeah, but I just don't want it to get like mouseified. I don't want it to get like soft. Like
that is
Punish-
true because
Punisher
Daredevil,
was great.
from what I've seen, is
Oh
Well,
man, you're gonna miss
it's-
out on Daredevil on Punisher. If it
oh, I bet
if it drops February 28th, like Punisher is so good. I would almost say stop watching Daredevil.
I mean, we're on season 3 now.
I would stop watching
Episode
Daredevil.
2.
Yeah, you can stop.
Okay,
Watch
'cause
Punisher.
I watched the first episode and I was like,
It gets too weird, man.
Yeah, it's season 3.
it like
After
skips
Elektra-
a bunch.
Yeah. After Elektra, you're good.
season 3
After
is
Elektra.
super weird.
Yeah. Season 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
But yeah, try to at least get this first season of Punisher because it's so
you'll be hooked on that shit.
it's so emotionally taxing. But yeah, I can't let the mouse take that from me. Like,
Yeah,
that's-
I don't want it to get like super soft and like it's got to be for the family. No, it doesn't.
no.
Same for them.
I want to see a man get his head crushed between a car door. I
Hell,
want to see
stick,
this.
cut that dude's head off, Naboo's
Right.
head off at the end of it.
Like I want to see some gore. I don't want to like. Oh, he cut his head off in the background. No,
No, let me see it.
do it on screen.
Or fist slamming a car door, beheading somebody with a car
Right.
door.
I want to see that
So rough.
that stuff for real.
So rough.
Not for real, for real.
God, no, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah, I would be the same person.
No.
Yeah, I would have to be home for like a month, I think. On another topic, what have you been watching?
I said you wanted to talk about Boba Fett.
Yeah. You haven't seen it, as I don't want to spoil anything. But that show is just kind of a we didn't need it. Like, did we need that show?
No.
I mean, I guess it explains why Boba Fett came back, or like how he came back.
Yeah, like it explains how he came, like how he got out of the Sarlacc pit and how he's doing all right now.
That's it.
That's it. Like, and it all.
The rest of it's all fan service.
And there's some like Mandalorian stuff, so you have to watch it.
Yeah.
In order to get the next season of the Mandalorian, but like, other than that, I'm just kind of like, it's fine. It's not. Nothing in there was like, yes, I need. It felt very much so like I made this joke last time, but like they were just taking Star Wars action figures and just.
Oh yeah.
smashing
In
them.
episode 6, I think it is. There's like 7 or 8 cameos.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's like too many of like, what are we doing at this point? It wasn't bad. I'll say that it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like necessary. It's like McDonald's.
But McDonald's is bad.
What an analogy.
Unless you're just getting fries.
Did you need to eat that? No, but you ate it, so just deal with it.
No. Deal with the repercussions.
Yeah. So, that was all right. Yeah, it was. I was expecting more, but that's my fault. You shouldn't expect more out of a show. I'm pulling my Letterboxd account for the movies because I watched 5 movies yesterday.
Jesus Christ, Evan.
I kid you not, I watched 5.
5
I got
movies?
bored.
I saw.
Go for a walk.
I went to Barnes and Nobles this past weekend with Mia,
Hey.
and there's a book there. It's called The Essential 1000 Movies You Need to See. And I almost got it for you.
I'm trying to make my way through like all of those lists of like you have to watch these movies. I watched in order. I watched Kick-Ass 2.
Good one.
I hadn't seen. I saw Kick-Ass, but I hadn't seen Kick-Ass 2. Constantine, Keanu Reeves. It was all right.
It was a good one.
Hadn't seen Zombieland. Like, just hadn't seen Zombieland.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, let's watch, because I wasn't a horror fan back then. So I was just
It's
like,
not a horror film though.
it had monsters, so I was afraid of it. It was a weenie. And then I saw Geely, the Ben Affleck Jennifer Lopez movie. Arguably like one of the worst films I've ever seen. Like with like major actors. It was god awful.
Never even heard of it.
Oh, it's bad. Watch it and just be like, oh.
I'm fine. I'm good.
It's on Netflix. Go watch
That's
it.
okay.
Have a good time.
I believe you. That's bad.
And then I watched Gremlins 2.
Classic.
Yeah, I saw Gremlins, but I hadn't seen Gremlins 2. I was like, well, it's like, do I have to watch Gremlins 2? A lot of the movies now, I'm like watching them, like that whole list of movies. Did I have to watch any of those? Not really. But I was just like, if I'm going to have opinions about them ever, let's just like actually make them educated. So, yeah, it was all right.
That makes sense.
That's all I was watching. Watch a bunch of movies. Didn't really watch much TV last week.
Watching a lot of sports lately.
A lot of what? Like
Basketball.
okay, that was like basketball's on right now.
Yeah,
right?
basketball. Still watching the UFC. Missed the UFC yesterday because I was driving up. But I think the next one. Let me see real quick. The next UFC is a pay-per-view, or 2 weeks, and that's gonna be the. So the next one's gonna be stupid for hardcores, because you got Bobby Green against Islam Makhachev. Yeah, that's purely for the hardcores. But then the one after that, yeah, UFC 272. Oof, yeah, you should probably come over for that one. It'll be worth it.
When?
March 5th.
Oh,
2 Saturdays.
I'm trying to remember. There's something. What's going on that weekend? There's something else going on that weekend. I thought we had like a contest. No, contest is is next Tuesday.
That's the next week, yeah. March 5th. There's nothing on my calendar.
Okay.
But that's Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal. Which is going to be stupid.
Yeah, that'll be big.
And then you got RDA fighting Rafael Fiziev, Edson Barbosa, Bryce Mitchell, which is going to be a
Colby
banger.
Covington like super old though?
No.
No, wait, that's the
MAGA guy.
Yeah.
And Jorge Masvidal is the Cuban flying
right,
knee.
yeah. Flying knee, yeah.
Then you got Kevin Holland and Alex Oliveira. Kevin Holland is the black kid that
Yeah, I remember.
always talks shit. Yeah. So that's going to be a good fight card. Feel free to come through. I know it's a weekend that you're not going to be in Lubbock. You able to drink yet?
He's 20.
I'm 20.
I don't know. I don't know when your birthday is.
I just turned
we
20.
just talked about this.
Is it really?
You sent me a happy birthday text. I didn't see it because my phone was being stupid, but
We just talked about it.
I have brain damage. I don't know what you want from me, all right?
What have you been watching?
mainly just Daredevil right now. Just trying to get through it before it goes off of Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, jump to Punisher.
I'm gonna have to try and talk me in to do that.
Because I mean, just the third season gets so dense, and it's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes, like he's just all been about like God, which like isn't a bad thing, but I'm like, I don't want that whole season to be
Yeah,
this.
it's a whole lot. It's like it's even more folklore, and it's even more
It's a lot of identity crisis, I think, that one.
too.
That one's a big just like, am I Daredevil? What is Daredevil? Like, it's such
Yeah.
that whole season's not.
But Punisher delivers.
Yeah. That
Boy,
was,
does it deliver.
Punisher's good.
Shout out to the Chicago Bulls, man. I believe we're still number 1 in the conference.
Oh. I mean,
Which
you know,
is-
the NBA this year.
It's just, I mean, it's NBA conference. It's like a big deal. Okay, Bulls are number 2 behind the Heat, and then Suns and Warriors in the Western. But nah, it's just like a big deal because like the Lakers bought all the talent and they're sucking ass, and the Nets bought all the talent and they're sucking ass. and it just feels good because it's like Chicago has no like names,
Yeah.
but killing it.
Still doing all right.
Still doing, yeah, dude. Number 2, and I mean, and we're number 2, and we've been burning through our starters. People keep getting injured,
Oh.
like, yeah. So like our 6th, like the the 6th man of the like the person
It's
coming
now
off the
the
bench.
12th man.
Yeah, it's not the 12th. It's like I look at the lineup. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. Like,
I mean, that's good though. The fact that they have a team that can like not rely on its starters, like that's
so
good for them.
Once all the starters come back, it's like we've got a chance. Not really. The Suns are stupid. Like, I think they've lost like I think it's less than 10 games.
Yeah.
I finally watched my first basketball game like a couple weeks ago.
God damn it, Chris.
This is the Texas Tech and Oklahoma game.
Oh, did you watch it live?
No, it was.
Oh, okay.
Well, your first one? Like
You've
ever?
never watched any basketball?
Just never been into it. I'm trying to get into it. Just when I have time. I meant to watch the Texas Tech and Texas game. Apparently that one was really good.
Yesterday?
Too. Yeah. But I forgot.
I watched some of it. It was pretty good.
You didn't ever even like catch like an NBA like
No, I mean, nobody I know has ever been into basketball.
yeah. That makes sense. If you're not around it, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm that way with steak and baseball. Like, if you're not if you're not around it, you just don't.
I hate that you put steak and baseball.
There's 2 things in my childhood that everyone was like, yeah, and I was like, I was like, what are you talking about?
I want to like be able to just go to a court with like somebody and just
Play basketball?
play basketball. Yeah, but I have no idea.
You should
How
go play
to.
I
basketball.
like playing basketball.
There's a basketball court around my
So really?
apartment. Yeah.
Problem is like because I'm short, like doing the dribble between the legs is hard.
Yeah, I'm like picturing you like trying to like. Yeah, that's.
I gotta like squat.
You look pretty awkward in my head with the basketball in your hands.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to do it.
I'm elegant until I have to. Until I actually get near the rim. Then like that was my thing in college because I played on the intramural basketball team for fraternity, and I would always like I drive up super smooth, like going around people, and then I would get to the rim and just chuck it. Like, I'd panic. They're like, Evan, you can't finish ever. I'm like, yeah.
Just got to get it down, kick it out.
No,
Get it down, kick it out.
you lay it up, regardless of if you can or not. I would just chuck it like way, or if I was shooting, I would either lace it like right in or just right over the backboard. Just not even near. It's like, how did you do that? How did you?
Jesus.
That was a question I got a lot playing basketball. Was how did you do that?
I'm down to go play some basketball. I love shooting some hoops.
Yeah, I got a. I say I got a basketball. There was a basketball that was left in the band hall years ago. And I was just like, it's mine now.
Same thing. I've got into my office. Got it the same way, basically.
I got a pump and stuff. So if y'all ever want to go to the court,
I'm down.
like it's a little less chilly because I hate playing. I hate playing. I like playing basketball in the cold, but
It's gotta be like 60s. So,
yeah.
I mean,
like when you're working out or doing whatever, like it's still
it's
comfortable,
fine. It feels good.
but you don't get that dry mouth or whatever.
Yeah, thank God.
yeah,
Well, appreciate you boys being out here.
yeah.
Anything else? Anything else we need to cover?
No.
Some more of the stories. We're gonna try to get Chris to go out more.
Yeah. Go places.
I'll say this for the past year.
Just
and
go places, man. Well,
Go to a place.
we're hoping that we can
I
get you
don't
to do it
think-
on your own fruition.
I don't know if people know this, but we repeat ourselves a lot on this podcast. Mark is supposed to go to therapy.
Hey.
I'm supposed to stop caring so much.
You're supposed
about-
to take vitamins.
I'm supposed to take vitamins and start working out. Chris is supposed to go places. We don't do those
You're
things.
supposed to get cultured.
Oh no, I'm sad.
That's a good way to end it.
Peace. Y'all be easy. I'm gonna go think about life.